Hope you guys had a good break. I know we did. Long international breaks, they always suck. Right in the middle of the season. They mess everything up. But we're back, and soccer's back.
Kicking it off. Man City, Liverpool. 4-1. Manchester City. Exactly what you want as a City fan. Not the best start, but we'll start from the beginning. Haaland out. Big talking point. People were like, oh my god, Haaland's out. Didn't matter. Alvarez steps up. Second best striker in the Premier League. Absolutely insane game from everybody. The start, it was a bit shaky. Liverpool, you could see where we're most vulnerable, and that's on the counter with open space in between
against
our two center backs. And we play 4 center backs. We're playing 4 center backs in the team. We're playing a 3-2-4-1. John Stones is playing like a defensive midfielder alongside Rodri, which is not my favorite thing to see. But if that's what we're gonna do, I don't think we should have John Stones as that
in that role.
I don't think that is for him. I think he could be a part of the back 3. Having a Gundogan next to Rodri, I think that would be better for our overall team. Anyway, though, that's how it was set up. Alvarez, amazing game. De Bruyne, amazing game. Grealish, outstanding. Out-freaking-standing. This season, he's showing why he isn't worth $100 million.
I know.
Nobody's worth $100 million. But he's showing why he was set at a high price tag. He was bought for the team. Why he's on the team. Why he's in this amazing City 11. Against a Liverpool side, in these big games, that's when you need him to perform. Your big players. He's a big player for us this season. So him having a fantastic game against Liverpool is fantastic as a City fan.
Well, and Liverpool, they did get out to that 1-0 lead. They had a really quick, hot start. Mm-hmm. And they are a team where if they have the momentum on their side, if they're playing the way that they need to, if they've got that right attitude, and that they're extremely tough to beat. And I really thought it was going to be a tough game for City in that first half.
First half was very rough.
Liverpool takes that lead, and then City's fighting back, and you never obviously are going to count out City, especially when it's the first half. Mm-hmm. But for them to just explode back for 4 goals is just I don't even know what else to say.
We're ending the first half.
It's what we expect now at this point.
We're ending the first half 1-1 from a really good goal to kick us off. It's 1-1 now. We go into halftime, and then the second half was pure Manchester City football. Absolute dominance. Yeah. That second half, I have to say. You could say Liverpool did, like I said, they exploited some of our weaknesses, like players getting in behind on the counter. Yeah. It's a very big problem that we need to solve, and for certain teams who are in form, that could be a huge problem. So, understanding how positive the game was overall, we do need to realize where we're lacking.
There definitely are some negatives in that system.
Even though it was,
you just got to deal with it.
It was a phenomenal second half. You could see, you could pinpoint the flaws that we do have in that system. Yeah. But overall, that second half was absolutely insane. You could see why we're champions. Holding on to the ball, owning it, moving it around. Absolute runs in behind. People moving. Grealish with confidence. Who the fuck is Trent? He didn't even compete. He was getting frustrated, fouling Grealish. You could see it. It's every time Trent comes up against a winger with real ability, he struggles.
Whenever he plays against, Rashford, Grealish, even Foden. I know Foden didn't play it. St. Max. Anybody that has any type of ability to run in behind and decent control with the ball.
It's over.
He just has a tough day at the office. And we did see one foul that was given, and then Trent step over Grealish and kind of drag his foot behind him, leave that foot and kick him in the back of the head. Yeah. We all saw that, but what's funny is because, he plays for Liverpool, and the refs in the Premier League, and everybody loves him.
There's plenty of instances in this game
should have got a foul.
Fabinho wasn't yellow carded.
At least a yellow.
So many Liverpool players weren't carded. It's a different topic for a different day. Anyway, we won 4-1, busting that ass. We're coming for Arsenal. Arsenal with a huge win over Leeds, which Leeds need to get that shit together. But Arsenal's still in first. They're only 5 points ahead of us now, I believe. But with a game in hand. If I'm wrong, I don't know. But this is the signs we want. Big wins at home. Hopefully Arsenal can, we can see them falter a little bit. I don't know. At this point, it's really hard to see Arsenal losing it. But really I think as long as we keep doing if we keep doing our thing and winning the rest of our games, we're going to win the title.
Unfortunately for United, we did have a game on Sunday. We did lose 2-0 to the fourth place team. Well, now the third place team.
They're now third.
Now we're in fourth. And it was just a rough game, from start to finish. Just the lackluster performance, man. I mean, it seems like these players are up for it most of the time, but then every once in a while, it's like their mentality drops, and they turn into that team that we saw under Ragnick at the end of last year, and it's just not acceptable. I mean, obviously going into this game, we're without some key players. Obviously our best midfielder in Casemiro is not there. Which it just throws off the whole team. McTominay had a great couple of games for Scotland. But he doesn't play for us like he plays for Scotland. He doesn't play in the same position. He doesn't do the same things required. It's not the same. And I don't think that he's the player that we need going forward. I mean, our whole midfield is just so lackluster without Casemiro. I mean, we've known that this is an issue. We need another midfielder so bad. We just got absolutely dog walking that battle in midfield. Sabitzer tried, and he tried. But he's coming off of a good game with Austria, but he also picked up a knock at the end of the game. So for him to be playing at a disadvantage already and being able to have an okay performance is impressive for me. But you got to have more than one midfielder, and we saw that Newcastle just dominated in midfield today.
Newcastle's defense is where it all starts for them. They're absolutely solid. It's insane, except against Man City. They're absolutely solid. That back four, Dan Burn putting up the fight against Anthony the whole day.
Don't even get me started on refereeing. Honestly,
I think it's just St. Max coming back in the side. Isaac healthy coming back into form. It's amazing to see as a Newcastle fan. It was amazing for me to see Newcastle win because, I really don't care about what Newcastle does. But beating United, I thought that was really impressive. And it shows I think it's a statement, too, honestly, for Newcastle fans. It's showing they're competing with the big dogs. Not just they're doing well, right? But they're beating Man United.
But hey,
they're beating big teams. They're part of that conversation, and they know it, and they're really feeling it. And I think their momentum... There's no way they don't get top four. Spurs are abysmal.
They're 3 points behind.
This Newcastle team, if they don't get top four at this point, it would honestly be a disappointment.
Well, and obviously that is the case. Newcastle probably will get top four. We can expect that unless Spurs have a new manager bounce and really turn it around. We probably are going to see Newcastle in the top four. But honestly, as a United fan, I would rather have won the Cup final and lost this, not meaningless, but lost this Premier League game where there's no silverware on the line. I'll take a 2-0 loss against them in the Prem versus a 2-1 victory in a Cup final where we get some silverware. And obviously this season we need silverware. I mean, Ten Hag has come in. They've spent money with him. He's got to show improvement, and they definitely have. We've gone on runs where, 3, 4, 5 games in a row, unbeaten and winning. But sometimes it's just that mentality drop, and it's really disappointing to see. But I think that as time goes and throughout the season, we'll start to see more and more dominant performances and fully put together 90 minutes that I expect from them.
Okay, that's it. Premier League, all we care about is Man City United. The table is heating up. The Premier League is heating up. Champions League coming up. Europa League. We got stuff going on. So, come back for it.